And instead of the jigsaw puppet, they've just got these little orange people running around singing songs at you.
Yeah, taunting you with music.
Yeah, instead of being like, let's play a game, they're like, little Billy played a game and lost it.
And now he's dead.
Literally, they are like that.
Hey everybody, welcome to... How fucking dare you?
I'm sorry.
Did you sneeze in my intro? I'm offended.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Forgive me.
No, you gotta do 10 Hail Marys, but they're not Hail Marys, they're Hail Amy's.
I don't know how to do those.
You better figure it out if you want to be forgiven.
I will not. I will never do it. I renounce my I'm sorry.
Wow, alright. Hey everybody, my name is... Oh. Come on, now you've thrown off my groove! You've thrown off the Emperor's groove! Okay, here we go. Hey everybody, welcome to Fess Up, where the Fess sisters help spice up your conversations with unique and thought-provoking questions. I hear you laughing!
I can't stop!
That's right! We are ready with a sledgehammer! And the force of their stupidity! Oh my god! So I'm Amy, the oldest sister, the one who's been thrown off her groove, and the one that Ena has decided to make mortal enemies with on this day.
I'm Marissa.
And I'm Ebisneezer Boobs.
Ebisneezer Boobs?
Because I sneezed and I have boobs.
Like you're from the fucking, like, Christmas Carol, but it's the porn edition?
Yes.
But apparently they also have a sneezing king.
They have a sneezing fetish.
Somebody has to.
It's the best porn there is. I don't know what to tell you.
What's up, guys? I'm Ebisneezer Boobs. That sounds like a drag queen, though. Like, that's absolutely a drag queen's name. What's up, RuPaul? I'm Ebisneezer Boobs.
It sounds like a Finsta username.
Ebisneezer
It probably is also a Finsta user. It's multi-purpose, Ebisneezer Boobs. You could probably use it as a trivia name. And the Ebisneezer Boobs have 27 points.
You could do a whole lot with Ebisneezer Boobs.
I'm gonna name my firstborn son Ebisneezer Boobs.
I'm glad it's the son.
Please get a tattoo that just says Ebisneezer Boobs.
Right on my boobs?
Yes.
Yeah, the nipples are the O's.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, Ebisneezer kind of goes above the boobs, and then boobs is very spaced out right across so that the O's can be both areolas.
Yes. That would be fabulous.
That would be great.
We need to have a nationwide free the nipple movement so that everyone can see that tattoo. Only for that reason.
Yeah, but you could just do it in New York State.
True. But I couldn't post it on any Instagram or anything because it's a violation.
But you could post it on DeviantArt, where the deviants go.
I couldn't even put it on OnlyFans.
I know, I was gonna make an OnlyFans joke, but that's topical right now.
But you know what? Speaking of, Ebisneezer Boobs and porn and things along the sexual lines, why is it that when I went on Tinder today, all the people wanted to do was just be like, dirty talk? I don't know how to dirty talk. It's weird. Why is it like that?
Yeah, dirty talk does not turn me on.
I hate it when they're like, we're in a room together, babe. What do you want to do to me? And I'm just like, I don't want to sit here and like have a one-on-one roleplay experience with you about what I'm gonna do to you. Just come over, bitch. Like, what the fuck?
True.
Like, it's one of those things that feels like it makes way more sense when you're young and you can't exactly go over to people's houses or
if you're long distance.
Yeah. But it just feels like if you are on a dating app, and that means you're like a mile away from each other because of location distances, perhaps just make the trip to me And if I'm also down, let's go, you know?
Yeah.
I just don't understand why dating apps are the way they are.
Well, that's a great question. They're never what you want them to be.
That's just humans for you. All we want to do is fuck. And that's, I mean, honestly, that's just nature. We're lucky we can have other conversations, but nature is like, hi, we're here to exist, eat, and fuck to make more of us.
That's why Rule 34 is a thing.
Rule 34.
You can't keep away from it.
Nope. So it's one of those things that it's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, dating apps suck, and I'm sorry that you now have to live in that world, but I'm also sad that you're only just now living in that world.
Hey.
You could have been a pro by now.
Hey, I do what I want.
I'm not saying you don't.
I'm bad at dating apps. I give up too fast. Like,
Fair.
This is a humble brag, but like I get way too many matches and it overwhelms me, and so I quit entirely instead of, just like picking a couple people. I just like, oh, too many, I give up.
Yeah.
And then I delete my account.
I remember dating apps. They're just tedious is what it is. Everything is always better on a meet cute. But you can never predict a meet cute, so sometimes you have to force meet cutes through the apps.
It is tedious because you're going to have the same interactions with everybody at first.
Hi, who are you?
Mm-hmm.
All that small talk and stuff.
But then you have to go and actually do the first date too. Oof.
Yeah, I did a summer of first dates once. It was horrible. I went on like 30. It was really bad.
Oh yeah. I have a very different experience with dating apps because I don't think I ever really went on dating apps to try to date. So I was the horny person on the dating app. So I just kind of was like, whatever. If this date goes bad, I got a free meal and my rocks off.
All right.
I don't know. I had a weird experience. I went on Tinder for not dating at one point.
Oh, yeah.
And the only people I matched with, everybody was like, I want to date. I'm like, I thought Tinder was not for that. It's whatever you don't want it to be is the people you're going to find.
Exactly.
Yeah, right now I want a date, so I'm not getting any of that.
Yeah, it matches you with the wrong people.
That's exactly what happened to me too. It's so weird.
And all the people who are promising don't respond to my messages, or they don't message me.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
And leaves all the uggos. Sometimes on Tinder, I'll see somebody so ugly that all of a sudden I'm like, man, I hope you find love. Not for me. It's not for me though. But like, I hope you find somebody, dude.
Yeah, Tinder makes me feel guilty. I feel like I need to swipe right on a couple of uggos just so I don't feel like a bad person. But then, if they talk to me, I don't want to talk to them.
Yeah, that's my problem. I'll swipe right on some of them and then I get too many matches.
Yes, don't do that. You get too many messages. You gotta be picky. You gotta do this for you for once.
You're right.
You gotta be selfish on this one. This is the person for the rest of your life. This is not the time to fall in love with somebody and then have their ugliness turn into hotness. You have to already think that they are good to look at.
Yeah.
Well, I matched with my best friend on Tinder platonically because fun. And so she was like talking to me about how I need to stop doing that too. She's like, nobody knows who you match with or don't match with. You don't have to have a moral compass about it. And I'm like, you're right, but like, ooh, but I feel bad.
Would you like a question?
Yes, I would.
A question.
All right. What PG Saw traps could you come up with for a children's cartoon remake of Saw?
A children's cartoon.
This is essentially a Tom and Jerry movie.
Okay. First, I think that we need to talk about how Matilda, Miss Trunchbull, making that kid eat that cake. I feel like that was a Saw trap for kids.
Okay. I can see that.
Yeah, I agree.
The chokey in general.
Yeah.
A tickle trap.
Yes.
Tickle trap, yeah.
They restrain you, tickle you, with feathers and everything, because it's a cartoon.
I feel like you could just have that classic, like, tie you up and dangle you over a cliff over top of, like, sharks. But the sharks don't ever actually get you. It's just, you're scared for a long time until...
That's the thing. Like, kids' cartoons really get dark sometimes, like... When it comes to graphic violence, if they just, like, threaten it, so the kids get the thought in their head, but they don't actually show the violence. Like, they're like, I'm gonna blow you up with dynamite. And then, like, there's a kaboom, but there's just, like, a big, cartoonish puff of smoke, and then they're, like, singed, but regularly, like, fine. Like...
And then some, like, slightly more PG ones for older audiences, they might have, like, no blood, but their limbs are all over the place, and they have to put themselves back together.
Yeah.
Well, I think a good saw trap. Okay, so little Timmy always changes his F's to A's on his papers and tricks his parents. So now little Timmy has to get 100 on his test, or he will be put in time out.
No, that's not good enough. I thought you were about to give me something where, like, he's gotta change F's to A's or A's to F's again for, like, I don't know, his talking. Like, Saw Trap is every time you want to say something with an F, you don't have the letter F in your vocabulary anymore. You can't say it. It's only A's until you get your 100 on your test for real or whatever.
Speech impediment.
Bonus point, his name is, like, Frank Fluffer, so he's got, like, only F's in his name.
Yeah. I think that they should just do the saw traps, but in that cartoony, like, the character will be fine in 2 seconds kind of a way. So, like...
desensitize them to the violence.
Yeah, like, spoiler alert, there's a saw trap where someone gets smushed like a pancake. And I think that they could honestly just smush somebody, and then they'll literally, because it's a cartoon, they'll turn into, like, a pancake person, and then they'll puff back up into normal, but they'll have those, like, birdies around their head.
Yes. Let's see. Like, I'm trying to think of more of them, because I feel like Reverse Bear Trap is going to be hard to turn into a kid's one, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just make their head blow up and have, like, a little line of smoke coming up from the base of their neck.
True. You could put, like, a cartoonish bomb on their head and then have it blow up.
True.
But you can't do the full scenario Amanda was put in, because it doesn't matter how cartoony you put it. Having to carve a man's stomach open while he's alive is not cute.
And search through his intestines.
It'll turn into that Strawberry Smiggles commercial from Interdimensional Cable and Rick and Morty.
You could instead... I feel like this might have happened in a sort of racier cartoon ones, where it's like, he has swallowed the key, so you gotta get it out from him, and then they just kind of like reach into his butt or something, or like reach down his throat or something.
They reach down his throat, yeah.
I think there's been some reaching up butts.
Probably.
I specifically remember something happened to, like, the butt of an animal one time, and
Rescuers Down Under.
No, actually, it's the Grinch. It's when he makes him kiss Max's butt. And then he just gets huge eyes, and then you see him stuffing his butt on the floor. What about some of the other ones? I think the Saw Trap where one person is gonna get drowned by, like, pig guts actually would translate pretty well to a kid's cartoon, unchanged for the most part.
I think they'd have to change it from pig guts into something else, but yes.
Pig poop or something. The pigs are just coming over and pooping into this one thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Just as gross.
That would probably do it. Kids love poop.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, the Saw 2 trap, where they throw someone into a pit of needles.
Yeah.
Throw someone into a bramble patch.
True.
To search for the key.
That's true. You know what? We've been talking about this, and we haven't put together... You know what is a PG Saw movie for children?
What?
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Yes. Literally, they're like, let's target you for your biggest flaws and punish you accordingly.
In a graphic, grotesque way that probably would kill you if this weren't cartoonish.
Why does it always come back to Willy Wonka for us?
It always comes back to Willy Wonka.
Because that is the OG horror movie, Change My Mind. That is the horror movie for children.
I mean, you're right. Grandpa Joe is the worst villain of our time.
Of all time.
Yeah.
But you're right, it straight up is Saw, like, you like to eat chocolate? What if we literally turn you into a chocolate kid? Maybe you'll drown in it. I don't know. Could be fun.
And instead of the jigsaw puppet, they've just got these little orange people running around singing songs at you.
Yeah, taunting you with music.
Yeah, instead of being like, let's play a game, they're like, little Billy played a game and lost it.
And now he's dead.
Literally, they are like that. They're so evil. This child was horrible. Let's kill him. That's what they think in Willy Wonka.
Yeah, well, Willy Wonka, they're like, this kid is a glutton, so he's out. They're like, this kid is a spoiled fucking brat, so she's out. This kid has OCD, kind of, I think, so she's out. This kid is obsessed with video games, so he's out. Charlie has a shitty-ass grandpa, but we can't fucking punish the grandpa, so I guess Charlie wins.
Yeah, but here's the thing that they should have gotten him out for. Charlie smells really bad. He's out. Because you can't tell me that kid had baths.
No, you gotta... Here's the thing. Charlie smells really bad. That's why he needed the candy factory. So that he could smell like candy all the time.
True.
That's why they let it slide when he went into that room, because they're like, this room is filled with bubbles. So it's kind of like you're getting a bath, kid.
It's an act of charity, not even for Charlie, but for the world.
Yeah.
To make Charlie not smell bad anymore.
No, you know what it really was? It was an offering to the devil himself, Grandpa Joe. Like, please, Grandpa Joe, please don't kill me. I'll give your grandson my chocolate factory, please.
Incredible.
I think it may be time for a bit.
A bit?
A bit?
A bit?
A bit?
Bit. So this bit is one we all know and love. Strange Connections!
Ooh.
So I'm gonna need a random thing for both of you, and we're basically gonna take two random characters or people or things or whatever, and we're gonna come up with as many similarities between them as we can. Just like the first thing that comes to your head, go.
Grandmother Willow.
Ooh, okay, Grandmother Willow. Ena, go.
Oh, sorry. Okay, pillow.
Did you do that because it rhymed with Willow?
No, I didn't. I looked around my room and I saw a pillow, so I said pillow.
Dear Lord. Well, Grandmother Willow and Grandmother... Wait. Grandmother Willow and a pillow. Here we go. Strange Connections.
Grandmothers love pillows.
Oh.
You could embroider her quotes onto a pillow.
Yeah.
All around you are spirits, child.
She talks about dreams with Pocahontas, so...
She's big into dreaming.
And pillows is big into sleeping.
Don't be frightened, young man. My bark is worse than my bite.
Are you just looking up Grandmother Willow quotes, or do you have these memorized? Do you have a Grandmother Willow love?
No, actually, I don't. I just looked them up.
I like her.
I mean, she's fine. I just don't...
Oh god. Rule 34. There's gotta be Grandmother Willow porn.
And I bet there's a pillow involved.
There could be.
Okay. So I think another thing is Grandmother Willow. Like, I think that if you wanted to take a nap on her, she would be comfortable. And so is a pillow.
Yeah, because she kind of moves, so she could, like, form to your body a little bit.
Yes. That makes her like a pillow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Also, you are supposed to wash pillows, but no one ever does, and I don't think that tree gets washed either. Except by the rain.
Also, Grandmother Willow is known to trip people, and if you're not paying attention and there's a pillow on the floor, it can trip you.
What a conditional thing to say.
Can you not be tripped by a pillow? You can. My point stands.
It's fair.
I'm just saying.
It's fair game.
I didn't say it wasn't. I'm just saying it's very conditional.
You know, people are getting more eco-conscious. They're recycling. And I think probably some recycled materials that go into pillows now include wood and, like paper and like wood products.
I like wooden pillows.
You know there's gotta be some kind of recycled wood involved in pillows nowadays.
Maybe.
You know it!
I really don't know that that's true.
It's gotta be. There has to be because I decided.
Yes, Marissa is always right. I forgot.
Yeah.
Pillows can be the colors green or brown. Those are the colors of Grandmother Willow.
No, they fucking can't, you liar! Don't lie to me!
Is your pillow brown? What did you do to it?
I pooped on it.
I knew it.
What? You can't have a white Grandmother Willow, though, so...
I mean, she could flower with white flowers. She's got a bunch of different color flowers.
Actually, doesn't she have... I think she might actually have white flowers.
She may not have every color of the spectrum of colors, but, either do most pillows.
I mean... Okay, we gotta move away from the color thing.
But she knows someone who could paint with all the colors. So there we go. Pillows can be any color.
That is not the ultimate connection, no! That is really just a reach! 90% of pillows are just plain white and you put something else over them to have a color.
Yeah, that's really true.
Hey, most pillows have feathers in them, and birds go in Grandmother Willow.
I mean, I guess.
I bet she's had many feathers on her.
I mean, that's kind of fair.
I know, Amy's treating that like it's a bad one, but I thought that was one of my better ones.
Like, also, because, like, specifically, like, owls and stuff nest inside of trees.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are bird feathers inside of her, just like there are feathers inside of pillows.
Okay, here's one. Grandmother Willow sings a lullaby, and my pillow has sung me to sleep before.
You think that is better than the feather point?
You have a magical singing pillow? What's his name?
Herbert?
Herbert?
Yeah, Herbert the Sherbert singing pillow.
Does he have a face start coming out of him like Grandmother Willow?
Yeah, it's real weird.
Yeah?
It tickles my ear. It's like he's giving me butterfly kisses while I'm trying to sleep, and I'm like, dude, weird.
That's the grossest thing I've ever imagined. Ew!
Herbert the pervert.
Herbert the Sherbert pervert. Hello.
I need someone to draw. I need somebody to draw a pillow with a Grandmother Willow face coming out. Oh my god. It's horrible. This is cursed.
Okay, let's uncurse it. Uncurse it. Grandmother Willow. Oh no, this is bad.
That was such a creepy laugh.
I'm sorry, it's just very bad. I was gonna say, Grandmother Willow is on land that's being invaded by strange men, and my bed have been invaded by many strange men.
No!
Grandmother Willow's made of wood, and wood has been on Amy's pillow a lot, apparently.
Oh!
I don't tell people to put their morning wood on my pillows.
But I bet it's happened before.
You guys.
This is a very sexual episode.
Hi, Mom.
Mom is disappointed already, and she hasn't even heard this episode yet.
So, Grandmother Willow is from the movie Pocahontas, and Pocahontas and Pillow both start with P.
Well, that foolproof connection right there.
That's it. I'm over it.
Chef's kiss, there it is.
I don't think there's anything else to add to this.
What have I done?
Wait. Grandmother Willow is female, right?
Yeah.
And
The pillow from Big Mouth.
the pillow from Big Mouth is female. But also, women have two big pillows right there on their chest. That's it. That's the best one.
Alright. Great note to end it. Brings us right back to Ebisneezer Boobs.
Ebisneezer Boobs.
Ebisneezer Boobs. You started it, see?
Yeah, what have you done?
I know, I did.
Ebisneezer Boobs. Okay, I'm gonna read the next question.
Wait, but this is where I asked to go if we had any.
Oh shit, you're fucking right! And partay! Oh, an update on the PSA. We found out what the video game was.
Yes.
From last episode.
Yes, literally, I've been wondering for years.
Years.
And then the second we ask it, the answer is found. So, I don't know, am I a fool? This is the question.
Absolutely you are.
Same though, I also was looking.
What was it called though?
Oh, right,
Magic Tales or something like that?
Oh god, I
I
think
forgot again!
It's Magic Tales.
Yeah, Magic Tales, but specifically the two Magic Tales games, it's two different ones. One of them is Liam Finds a Story, and the other one is The Princess and the Crab.
Those were the two that we had 2 different games.
And we loved those things.
Yep.
They were very fun.
And that is some insight into our childhoods.
Yes, Magic Tales. That's the answer. Thank you for everybody who...
Yes.
So this needs a little bit of backstory. Marissa, you told me a story the other day about Jesus' last name. You want to reiterate that story here?
Yeah, okay. So, I don't know why, but the last few weeks, instead of saying, oh my god, I have started exclaiming, Jesus in the sky! And I don't even know where it came from, but I've been doing it. But the other day, I accidentally just said, Jesus sky! And I'm like, is that his last name? It makes a lot of sense, you know?
It does.
Right?
So, that backstory being said, this next question is, what would Jesus' middle name be?
Jeremy. It's gotta be.
Jesus Jeremy Sky, get down here.
It has a great ring to it.
You get out of that cave right now.
You stop being dead this instant. It's been 3 days.
It's been 3 days. Stop pretending that you're dead. You're not very good at it.
I think his middle name might be something like Christ.
I really thought you were about to say Ebisneezer. I don't know why I thought that was about to come out of your mouth. So you think his name is Jesus Christ Sky?
I mean, to be honest, I'm pretty sure Christ is his last name, but sure.
Christ is not his last name.
I think it's more like a Jesus, comma, Christ, so it's like his occupation is Christ.
Okay.
Because, like, Christ is just another word for what he is. It's like a god-like deity kind of a thing.
Oh, so it's like Jesus, in quotation marks, Christ, Jeremy Sky. Like, you know, when you see, like, somebody's nickname that they're, like, famous for on, like, Wikipedia.
Like The Rock.
Yes, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yes, Jesus Christ, Jeremy Sky.
I love Jesus Jeremy, but I want to come up with another good name, too. Let's think.
Marion.
Isn't that a woman's name?
Not always. It is sometimes a boy's name, and so it's the way that Mary made her son have a boy's middle name that was her name.
Ah, I see. Mary's out here like, I want a junior.
Well, she's not gonna call him Joseph Jr.
Ew, yeah. Okay, idea? Listen to this. Just strap in. Here we go. Jesus Pierre Sky.
Pierre? Why do I love that so much?
I don't know.
That's hysterical.
I like it because it works on 2 levels. 1, it is just a fun French name. And 2, his last name is Sky, so Jesus, he in the air, Sky.
Pierre.
Pierre.
I'm peeing air.
Oh god, maybe he's peeing air.
He's peeing air. That's what it is.
Did he have an embolism?
Oh god. Did Jesus ever pee for real?
He's a demigod. We don't know what he does.
So she could also have named him Jesus God Sky. And like it might have actually been because she wanted to name him after his dad, but also it could have been, and we don't know because we weren't there, but it could have been that the second she was asked to name him, she stubbed her toe real bad and went, Jesus God Sky. And then they're like, oh, Jesus God Sky. But really, she wanted to name him Sky.
Jesus Sky.
No. like she's out here trying to name this kid, and she wants to name him Sky, but she stubs her toe real bad and goes, Jesus God Sky. And the nurse is just kind of like, Jesus God Sky. Sounds good. Here we go. Print it out and stamp.
Jesus God Sky.
No, Mary's last name was not Sky.
We don't know that.
God Sky.
God Sky.
That just sounds like you have not enough time to throw in tiny words. God Sky. God's in the sky. It's fine.
He is. Don't think about it.
Don't think about it. So yeah, Jesus, Jeffrey, Jesus, Michael, and sons.
Jesus, Michael, Declan, Joe, Francis, Sky.
Jesus, Muhammad, Sky.
I thought you were gonna say mahogany.
Jesus, Mahogany, Sky. I just figured I'd pick the name that's the most popular name in the world.
Fair.
I mean, honestly, it fits because Middle East.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It works on many reasons. Jesus, Michelangelo, Sky.
Oh, that sounds good.
I really only said it because Michelangelo famously made the image of Jesus his gay lover. That's why it came in my head.
All right.
So we just gotta, I think it's gotta be Jesus Jeffries. Jeffries what you said, right?
Jeremy.
Jesus Jeremy. Yes, it's Jeremy. Yes, no, Jeremy's gotta be the one. It's gotta be Jesus Jeremy Scott.
Jeremy Baramy Sky.
Jeremy Barry.
Jesus Jeremy Sky, and then, honorable mention goes to Pierre.
Yes.
And none for Ebisneezer Boobs. Goodbye.
Never Ebisneezer Boobs. Goodbye.
Ebisneezer Boobs gets no points.
The worst answer of the day goes to Ebisneezer Boobs. Hooray!
The grand loser.
Oh, yeah, you know it.
Guess what, guys?
What?
It's time for... What two are you?
Ooh.
Guys, what two rom-coms are you?
I love rom-coms.
This is thought-provoking.
I love rom-coms, let me just say.
Here's the thing, I'm gonna be not a whole lot of help because I don't know as many rom-coms.
I have a love for so many rom-coms, this is hard.
I'm somewhere in the middle. Here's the thing, immediately, I know the first one for Ena.
Is it?
Sleepless in Seattle.
No!
Hear me out.
No, why?
Hear me out.
Why? You know I don't even like that one that much. Not that I hate it, but I don't like it that much.
Let her explain.
Fine, talk, speak.
Okay, because it takes itself very seriously, but also, when you look at it harder, and when you think about it, the premise is absolutely wacky, and that's pretty Ena. She's pretty serious in, work or school, settings where you have to be responsible. She's, super serious, but then any other time, she's, crazy and wild.
Yeah, she's Ebisneezer Boobs.
Yeah, as soon as work ends, she's like, I'm Ebisneezer Boobs, bitches! Those are direct words out of her mouth.
Just, shimmies and a lot.
Yeah, but also, it's a classic, because it's got T. Hanks and Meg Ryan, a classic combo.
T. Hanks!
And a lot of people like it. I know you don't like it, Ena, but a lot of people like it. And
I don't dislike it, but it's just not my favorite.
Well,
I'd rather watch You've Got Mail.
Maybe you need to do a little self-love, Ena.
That's fair.
I mean, here's the thing. You gotta also think about how it's what two are you, not what two are your favorites.
Exactly.
True. You're right,
That's
you're
a
right.
Very good point.
If it were what two are your favorites, mine would be To All the Boys I've Loved Before and Crazy Rich Asians. Those are two absolutely phenomenal rom-coms. I am not taking questions.
And yet you are neither.
Sad.
So, yeah, so Ena is Sleepless in Seattle.
Okay, yeah. I'll take it.
All right. Marissa she's out of my league.
Oh.
Because she is both the loser and the hot chick simultaneously.
Oh my god, that's true.
She's literally both of the characters somehow, because she's the really awesome person that everyone loves, but she's also the super nerd that nobody likes,
That's
Not that
so
nobody
true.
likes her. But you know what I mean, but that movie is also just really good. I love it. And I don't think Amy's seen it, so I gotta go all by myself for this one.
Well, I can chip in a little.
Yeah, I have not seen it.
It is lighthearted comedy, obviously, but it's really funny.
And I'm very funny.
Yes, she is very funny. She's got a weird amount of self-esteem while also having she's got a lot and a little. She's a walking contradiction, and so is that movie.
I am. It's true. It's true. I have all the confidence in the world, and yet I have zero confidence.
I just looked this up, and it says that with the help from his stunned friends, relatives, and ex-girlfriend,
Yeah.
he gets his ex to help him fall in love with some new chick.
No. His ex lives with his parents.
Yep.
Oh, no!
Yeah, so she's just always around. And they work together.
It's a fabulous movie, and you should watch it.
Definitely recommend.
Someday I will.
Sleepless in Seattle, honestly, I don't necessarily think that you have to watch it, but it's such a classic, might as well watch it. It's pretty iconic.
Yeah.
It all happens because his, son decides to call into a radio show, right?
Yeah, his wife died and he's depressed, and then his son basically forces him on a radio show to vent about how sad and lonely he is. And then everyone across the country is like, wow, sad and lonely. I'm so turned on right now. I must have him.
And then then he does it regularly or whatever. That's kind of like, if we think about it, that's kind of like us dragging Ena onto this podcast. She's over here like, I don't want to do the podcast because I want to be prim and proper. And we're like, but you're not those things. And she's like, what? And then we force her on this podcast, and now she's like, I'm the best at this podcast. I love this podcast so much.
And now she's like, I'm Ebisneezer Boobs.
Ebisneezer Boobs.
With no prompting.
It's no prompting. We've had lots of character growth.
Personal development.
Okay. About Sleepless in Seattle, though. The main thing that I don't like about it is that, like, they never meet in person until the very end, so who knows if they actually are gonna end up liking each other.
It's not about
all rom-coms.
I mean,
that's
no,
a good
because we
point,
don't
too.
actually really see them have a relationship in the whole movie.
Yeah, that's not the point of the movie, though.
I'm just saying that's what I dislike about the movie. I like to see the relationships.
Well, the problem with a lot of rom-coms anyway is, I would say 90% of that genre is all about, like, the falling in love, the honeymoon phase situation. It's not... You don't get to see how it all plays out in the end.
You don't see them 3 years later when they are sick of each other and they're farting in front of each other and they're real stanky.
Yeah, like, they're in the 10% that are left over. You do have a couple of those where you get, like, a full relationship thing, but the point of the rom-com is to, like, feel good and feel romantic, and that's when you're the most romantic, is, like, the falling in love situation.
Mm-hmm. When you're still trying to impress each other.
I'm just saying, I think there's a lot of couples that don't work out long-term in rom-coms.
Absolutely. But okay, Amy?
I'm ready for mine. Let's go. Let's see if I've seen it.
I think that Amy's Bridesmaids.
Oh
Is
my
that
gosh.
a rom-com? Yes, you consider that a rom-com?
It's mainly a com.
It's
Okay.
mostly com, but I love it. I would agree that I'm Bridesmaids.
Is there not rom in there, too? Also,
There's a little rom.
I guess she does kind of fall in love with the policeman during it.
She does.
Chris O'Dowd.
okay, when I type in Bridesmaids, it says comedy/romance, so...
Yeah, you're
Okay,
right.
I guess it's rom-com.
There we go.
Hell yeah, tell me all about how I'm Bridesmaids. I love this.
Amy is a ragtag team of weird people.
Weird women.
All mixed into one person.
The wacky ladies having a wild time.
Oh, yeah.
High drama.
High drama.
Yes.
A lot of clashing.
Yes.
But also a lot of camaraderie.
a lot of attention seeking.
Love that.
A lot of weird behavior and weird choices.
A lot of pink. There's a lot of pink in that film.
Lots of pink.
And, you know, just trying to one-up people. That's a big thing in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it speaks for itself, really. I mean, when you think about it.
And everyone starts out, like, a lot of the characters start out thinking they're the straight man, but no one is.
Yep.
Yes. No, that's so Amy. Amy sometimes thinks that she's the serious straight man, but she's never been a straight man in her life.
I'm really not a straight man.
She's neither straight nor man.
I'm neither of those things. I do want to say also that, like, Maya Rudolph is one of my favorites of all time. So,
Maya Rudolph is bae.
every time I see her, I get so excited.
Yeah.
Just in anything. She comes and guest stars on a random show, and I'm like, ah, it's Maya Rudolph!
I agree. She voices characters, I'm like, that's Maya.
It's Maya. Maya is there. I feel like she's probably the celebrity I would get the most starstruck around. I just so love her. I would be so desperate to become her BFF.
Yeah. And it would turn into Bridesmaids.
Yes.
Because you're seeking her approval.
Yes. I would be the Kristen Wiig, and then the other friend in the actual Bridesmaids would be the real Kristen Wiig, because I think they are BFFs in real life. So,
Yep.
I love it. Bridesmaids, I'm here for it. Next.
Do you have any ideas, Amy?
My head is empty. Try to think of rom-coms. Ones that I know are rom-comming. I've got Warm Bodies in my brain.
Yeah, that's not it.
I've got You've Got Mail. Joe versus Volcano. Basically all the Tom Hanks ones.
Wait, I think Ena is The Big Sick.
I love The Big Sick.
Isn't it amazing? And there's extra points toward Ena because it's based on true story.
True.
And Ena is a true person.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Ena has had, like, true rom-com style life stories happen.
She definitely has. She has lived out, I think, several rom-com stories already.
It's weirdly true.
And none of them have worked out, so that shows you how long rom-coms last. But anyway,
Yep.
but The Big Sick, it's like really heartfelt while also being funny, just like Ena. But also, it's just got like genuine family values going on. Most of it isn't even about the relationship between the two main characters.
Because they don't really have one for the most part.
Exactly, they barely know each other. They just had a spark.
Which is why it's crazy.
And then Kumail just felt, when she got sick, he felt this like duty toward her. He felt like responsible to like stay around. And that's the kind of person Ena is. Like, even if she didn't know you very well,
Yeah.
she knew you and then something really tragic happened, she would show up for you.
That's actually really true.
Yeah.
I have done that many times.
Yeah, like IRL, Ena is the person that's gonna help in an emergency situation, even if she doesn't know you that well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it's like quirky and fun and heartfelt. That's Ena. There we go.
10 Things I Hate About You. That's Marissa. That's Marissa!
Did you mean The Taming of the Shrew?
Amy's like, I know the Shakespeare story it's based on.
No, it's 10 Things I Hate About You. It is kind of The Taming of the Shrew, but it is about this girl who's, like, very independent. She's got, like, an aggressive, like, sharp-tongued, witty side, which is definitely Marissa.
Mm-hmm.
And she's, absolutely, she wants to do things her own way. She does not care to be in a relationship. She doesn't want it. She's got a sister who's, like, all about that shit. And she's like, nah.
Yeah.
The sister's me. But, yeah, and then she finds this, like, super hot person, and then there's, like, her way of flirting is to be, like, a dominating, like, basically being the dominant in the relationship, and also, it's mostly, like, teasing you really bad,
Yeah.
and that's your flirting, and then, eventually, she'll break down and tell you her actual feelings, but I feel like a lot of Marissa's relationships are gonna be that sort of a situation where it's just kind of like they're gonna rag on each other all the time, and it's gonna be the couple that you're like, wow, you guys really just kind of go at it, don't you, huh?
Honestly, in the past, when I've flirted with people, it usually turns out seeming like we're frenemies because I tease them so much.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't know why, but like when I see someone, like especially if we already know each other and we're like friends, and if I have a crush on you, and sometimes I'm like, ew, look who's here. Like when they come in, like I'll tease them straight up, like pretending that I hate them.
Absolutely. I don't know, I feel like that's your whole romantic vibe is 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah.
And I think it's just bonus that, like, she ends up with Heath Ledger in his prime. Like, my
True.
god. You're probably gonna end up with a hottie.
And honestly, like, once again, not to brag, but like I've had dudes fall for me pretty hard and then like really try for me.
Oh, that's true.
Which is like the whole thing of that movie is that dude's like really trying.
So that's, I do think you're 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah, I agree. Can't argue with that. Okay, so here's the thing. This is gonna sound controversial. Hear me out. Amy is the Parent Trap. I'm not talking about the relationship, though. I'm talking about, like, the movie as a whole and its sisterly dynamic as they kind of meddle.
This is not a rom-com.
That is a rom-com if I've ever seen a rom-com.
It is it's a non-traditional rom-com, but I guess both of mine have been kind of non-traditional rom-coms so far.
You're a non-traditional person. There is nothing more rom-commy than forcing two people to become in love. I don't know what you mean is not a rom-com.
No, I think you're, yeah, that I would agree.
I guess you're right, but like, when I think of a rom-com, I think of the rom being kind of part of the main, I guess it is main storyline.
It
But, like,
is the main story.
The main characters are in the rom.
Yeah, well, this category wasn't what romantic relationship are you?
I guess.
It's what movie, and this is
I'll
her.
allow it. Argue it for me.
Amy, she is mischievous and pranky, and I feel like if she had a twin sister, would she be pulling Parent Traps?
Oh, absolutely.
No question.
I would love a twin.
No question. Already she gets up to all kinds of shenanigans with us, and she's mainly the instigator. So, yeah, she's always the one that comes up with these crazy schemes. She's like, oh my gosh, we should start a podcast, you know? But, like, she's the one that comes up with, like, really fun, crazy ideas. And
I'm extra as fuck.
yeah.
Like, I'm not just gonna come up with a crazy idea. I'm gonna do it to the max.
Exactly. Everyone's like, haha, that would be funny though, like as a concept, but I'm never gonna actually do it. It's just fun to think about. But Amy's like, no, like really, let's do it for real. So yeah, she's the Parent Trap. Changed my mind. You can't. My mind is made up.
The movie I was going to say has similar vibes anyway.
What? I just want to know.
It's 13 going on 30. You know, it's still childlike delight.
There is a childlike delight.
I'll allow the Parent Trap.
Yes.
Amy's not a romantic anyway, it works.
Alright, so, in conclusion, Amy is Bridesmaids and the Parent Trap. Marissa is She's Out of My League and 10 Things I Hate About You, and Ena is Sleepless in Seattle and The Big Sick.
You know, I just realized that, like, both of Amy's things are the non-traditional type of romantic comedy.
Mm-hmm.
They don't focus all the way on the romantic, even though it's a big part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then mine are both ones that's, like, the dude is chasing the girl, like, really hard.
Yeah.
And then Karina's are both very heartfelt.
They're also both, the relationship isn't a part of it basically the whole time, and honestly that's fair, because I haven't really had a relationship. I just dream about my interactions with people that I like a lot, and they're pretty romantic. But we never actually date.
Yeah, both of those movies are kind of more like, I'm in love with the concept of you.
Yeah, that's true.
Concept of you.
No, that's so true. Might as well be add in a we're sleeping.
Yeah.
Mine's over here like, if love happens, then fine, but like, honestly, that's not what we care about.
Yeah.
I just want to have a good time, and if I fall in love along the way, that's chill.
Yeah, and then mine are like, I kind of like being single, and then there's somebody out there like, what if I try to slide into these DMs? We accidentally just like read each other really hard.
It really, honestly, very successful on many levels. Alright, next question. Are Disney mermaids vegetarians? Or do fish simply befriend them as a survival instinct to save their own lives?
Okay, straight up, mermaids are not vegetarians, because did you see Ariel even flinch when she saw those fish as food? She wasn't even shocked to see Sebastian. She was like, whatever. Like, straight up.
Yo, we got in a fight, so like, that's fine with me.
I mean, other than like seaweed and anemones, I don't know what they would eat, you know, like if they don't eat fish. So
yeah, I mean, they're like a predator. You know they would be a predator because humans are predators naturally. So like they could be omnivorous. They could get into them veggie, kelp, whatever. But they definitely eat fish, no doubt. They probably pull down them gulls. They eat them seagulls. Scuttle better watch it.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that Flounder is out here being Ariel's BFF so that he gets protection.
Yes.
So that he's not eaten. So like if Flounder were to be like, yo, I'm going on vacation, Ariel, see you later, and he happened to like pass by another group of mermaids that did not know he was Ariel's best friend, like the princess of the fucking Atlantica, they would just eat him, and she might be like, why did Flounder never come back?
Yup.
I mean, honestly though, people just in real life keep animals that people eat as pets, like chickens and stuff. Some people have chickens.
So you're saying Flounder's a pet?
Yeah.
I just want to clarify, you say Flounder is her pet, not her best friend.
Yeah, pretty much.
Here's another thing though, no one questions the Lion King, where literally they say like, yeah, we eat you bitches. Like,
right.
You are our subjects and we will eat you.
But that's like, no, but the whole point of the Lion King is very food chain focused. They talk about it a lot, all of that jazz.
Yeah, but you know the food chain still exists in Little Mermaid.
I'm just saying that it's not focused on, which is why this question comes about. Just like there are fish pretty much everywhere. They don't seem to fear the mermaids. Is that because they're...
It's because it's not feeding time.
I guess.
It's like the Purge. It's like the Purge. Like at a certain hour of the week, all of a sudden they could just start eating you.
Is that why it's such a threat when Ursula turns them into seaweed goblins? She eats them, doesn't she?
Oh, gotta.
Just becomes like an herb garden that she's just kind of like, oh, all right, well, it's feeding time. It's feeding time o'clock. The Purge has come to us.
Because she is a vegetarian, but she wants to still kill people, though. So she's like, I'll turn them into veggies, and then I'll eat them.
No. That's not what it is at all. She's definitely a meat eater, but she's trying to go on a diet.
Ah.
Okay.
But she can't get over the killing part.
Not even that. They've got like a little bit of blood in there. You know, they're still living a little bit. So she's like, this is how I make diet meat.
Ebisneezer Boobs is back, baby!
Ebisneezer does not like this conversation, I guess.
Ebisneezer is allergic to their own bedroom.
No, Ebisneezer is allergic to me saying anything. If I'm talking, that's when Ebisneezer comes out and sneezes all over the place. Marissa talks, Ebisneezer silent. I try to say something, Ebisneezer's like, hi, wouldn't it be awful if I shat upon your whole career?
Yep.
Okay, but I think it's important to recognize that if we're talking specifically about the Little Mermaid, there is a line in Under the Sea that suggests that they don't eat fish. Because it's like,
yeah,
talking about how only humans eat fish.
No, they just say that under the sea they're off the hook. Because the mermaids don't use hooks. They hunt them down a different way.
But don't they say, you're gonna be on the plate?
Yeah, mermaids don't use plates. I don't know what to tell you.
They just are really offended by the technique in which the humans eat them.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll accept it.
I don't know. I think that you do have a great point, though, and I think Marissa just got very attached to the whole mermaids eating things thing. But I think that there is a point, if you go to The Little Mermaid, the musical, she makes a lot of points in both her songs, but especially the song I Want the Good Times Back, about how she eats all her subjects.
True.
So, like, she's very much a fan of eating things, and the fact that she pointed that out makes me think that she is doing something out of the ordinary.
True.
But it could also be one theory of mine that I just came up with right now. It could be because she's an octopus versus they are fish. And fish, I mean, there are some fish that are carnivores.
Yeah.
But most fish, I think, like more fish than not, I think, do eat other things.
Algae and stuff.
Algae, little tiny microorganisms.
But the bigger the fish get, the more carnivorous they become. Because they need more energy.
That is true. But who's to say what kind of fish they were bred with? It might just be that it was like a tiny fish that they bred with, and because they bred with this very big creature, it comes out bigger. Kind of like a liger.
They're still gonna need more energy. You get that from eating your buddies.
But microorganisms, like little planktony things. The small ones. That's why you don't see any plankton in that. They eat some, but not all meat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next question.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Why are there no capital numbers?
I think the proper question here is, why are there capital letters?
Or is it that there are no lowercase numbers?
I think numbers are already in the capital.
I think that does make sense to me.
It's like writing in all caps.
Yeah.
Numbers think they're very important.
Yeah, they're shouting at you. I'm 200. Do your taxes. Honestly, they should use capital and lowercase numbers because the whole reason we use capital letters, at least I'm assuming, with my infinite knowledge of everything, that capital letters like help differentiate between types of words and types of sentences or whatever. So like numbers, you could like capitalize a number before the decimal points or, you know, like something like that, and it would differentiate what you're looking at.
I don't know, I feel like the decimal point is the differentiation.
You need to be fancy. It's like you don't need it, right? But it's like the top hat making you fancy.
I do think you have a good point, but it leads me to think with capitalizing words, there's like proper nouns and stuff that gets capitalized. So like, what is special enough to be capitalized? And I feel like ages would be lowercase. You're like trying to, in numbers, type out somebody's age, lowercase. That's not important. We try not to think about that shit.
Until you hit 50 and above, and then it's uppercase because you better be alarmed. You're in the second half of it, baby.
Oh, God.
That's why 50 is such a big birthday. Because that's when the numbers start yelling.
And here's the thing, they're only yelling because you're hard of hearing now.
Exactly, yeah.
Because you're so old.
Yeah. There we go. We got it in one.
We answered. Wow, that was quick, guys.
Boom, swish.
Here we go. Let's see if I can say the rest of what I have to say without being interrupted by
A sneeze?
the sneeze of death.
Ebisneezer boobs?
I can't make them happen on purpose.
Okay, guys, that's all the ice breaking we can do today. I have to make this quick, otherwise I'm going to get interrupted by Ebisneezer Boobs. If you'd like to send us a question, message us on Facebook or Instagram at Fess Up Podcast. Send us an email at fessuppodcast@gmail.com. Tweet a question at us at fessup_podcast. And don't forget to use the hashtag #Obfest. Send us new questions or let us know what happened when you used our icebreakers with your friends. Share our podcast with everyone you know and get the word out there about your 3 wacky friends. That's it for me. I have been Amy Fess.
I have been Marissa Fess.
And I've been Ebisneezer Boobs.
My God. Don't ever forget that Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is actually a Saw movie for children.
Cool.
Cool.